Hey there everybody, this is Carsillo, and I'm coming to you from Los Angeles. That's right, we're here in E3. Actually, we're in Carson, California in our hotel room about 10 minutes outside of Los Angeles. We're getting ready for the day of press conferences here at E3. Xbox starts in about 2.5 hours. They're going to let us in. It officially starts in 3 hours here on the West Coast. And I'm basically doing this because this is the easiest way for us to get out information, news, and opinions to you as soon as possible. Of course, I will be here all week conducting interviews and getting previews and getting you news. But I figured to get you the breaking stuff and to get you the best stuff or a recap of the day, this is the way to go. Expect the full 3 days compilation at the end, once I get back to the East Coast to edit everything together. I figured this was a nice, quick, simple way of getting you out, everything that's been going on. Basically, it's Monday, June the 14th, and yesterday was Sunday. Now, we were going to do this earlier. Unfortunately, power went out when we got back to the hotel last night. And basically, the big thing, of course, is if everyone isn't following Twitter and Facebook. By the way, my Twitter is @RayCarsillo if you want to follow me this whole week. Basically, of course, Natal was showing off the Project Natal experience at the Galen Center on USC's campus, and they showed that, first off, Project Natal has a name. It's called Kinect, K-I-N-E-C-T, and of course, standing for basically kinetic energy and connecting with people, kind of a play on words there. And it's basically their attempt at not only getting into the motion control game, but getting rid of the controller altogether. Now, the Cirque du Soleil thing was actually, going to be honest, very creepy. You're going to see a couple of pictures here. I only got a few pictures, unfortunately, and a couple of product images because, well, they threatened to take away my camera. It was a no-tech zone, and so I got a couple of pictures. You're going to see here one of the guys from Cirque du Soleil outside. And you're going to see here what was the early demo for Rock Band 3, a guy banging on the drums the whole time as we were being ushered into the Galen Center. Once we got in there, we were given these white ponchos with shoulder pads, which everyone immediately was like, you can probably see it across Twitter, don't drink the Kool-Aid, But I was thinking more that this was probably the worst swag ever. But, of course, they ended up taking it back at the end, so it was even worse than that. But, of course, as we moved in along the way, we got there, and there was all these Cirque du Soleil dancers, and they were doing this thing, and it was a jungle scene and whatnot, and it's all about, I guess, how the rise of Natal and controllerless gaming, and it was a nice show. Honestly, though, it put a lot of people off. A lot of people got very scared, who were very high on Xbox, because basically the demo and the players, the actors involved, were completely out of sync. If you're trying to put off one-to-one gaming, this is probably the worst thing you could have done for a room full of press and Xbox executives. Somebody from Xbox in Australia, I believe it was over Sweden, or I can't remember which country it was, said that we are in trouble if this is what is going to be all about. Luckily, though, I was one of the few people who was able to go to a party at Loft 7 afterwards and actually get a hands-on demo with Kinect. Now, of course, I mean, from what we saw at the show, there was a lot of things that were positive. Things that we had seen before, the Brick Breaker game, the whitewater rafting thing that was leaked a few months ago, talking, video to video, kind of like what I would be doing now. We'd seen all that. Facebook, and of course, Facebook, Twitter, Zoom, everything that Xbox already has. What we did not see before was there's hints at a Disney game, and there's also a huge hint, basically demo they showed of a Star Wars game. That's right. I didn't get a chance to play the Star Wars demo. That was off limits. It was only for show. But you got to use your lightsaber. You had force powers. You got to face Vader at the end. I mean, it could just be for show. It could just be everything, like that. But it was very cool to see them deflecting lightsaber, or deflecting blaster bolts with their lightsaber, and basically just going like this. And it was seen to be very accurate. So there's a lot of hope out there. The thing that got the audiences their attention the most was definitely the Star Wars game. So to keep on the lookout for that. The other big thing was that actually after playing it actually wasn't that bad. It actually was pretty good, I'm going to say. You know, they have a thing called Kinect Sports, which obviously is a blatant ripoff of Wii Sports. They have a thing called Kinect Adventures and a Kinect Racing game and all this other stuff. You know, it was cool doing the racing game. You hold your hands out like this and you turn and everything. It was very responsive for the most part. There are still a couple of glitches that are being worked out. But after seeing the Cirque du Soleil show and being mortified at what this could be for Xbox 360, I was very pleased to actually get a hands-on demo with it shortly thereafter and actually see it work. So, I mean, there's a big jump between seeing it and not seeing it work very well, and actually doing it and having it work well. The demo was probably old, you know, could have been old. The players could have been out of sync. It could have been 100 different things to see why the show was pretty god awful. But to actually see it in action, I was actually really, really happy. And so that's the big news. Kinect, folks, will probably be successful. I mean, we still don't have a price. We do have a release date. It's sometime in November. You know, and you still, I mean, that's just it. If you're going to have it, if this thing's going to be $250, it's going to fall flat in its face. It's got to probably be, I'm saying, $150 or less. It's about, I'm going to say the size of the length of my laptop. So about this wide, about 10 inches wide, I want to say. About 2 to 3 inches thick. It goes right underneath the bottom of your television. It looked like it connected right to your Xbox. It looked like, from what we saw and from what we were able to do, that the sensors were working. It was easier to do one-player games than it was to do two-player games. I don't know if it was just because we were in an enclosed space and it was harder to get the room necessary. Another great thing about it is that it takes pictures while you're playing the games, which I thought was really cool, and you can save the pictures and send them to your friends, and you'd be surprised the goofy poses they end up getting in. It was actually really funny to laugh at ourselves as we see, you know, me, I'm jumping up like this, and I'm like this, and like this, and like this, and you know, that was really a nice thing, but, you know what? From what I saw after the early demo, the early preview before the official beginnings of E3, I gotta say that Xbox 360, folks, is probably gonna do very well with this as it tries to move into the motion control or motion controllerless side of gaming. So from Los Angeles, we're gonna get ready now. We're gonna go get breakfast, and we're gonna head out to I think it's the Wiltern Theater for the Xbox 360 press conference. And then what we're gonna try and also do, we're gonna try and get Ubisoft's press conference. We also got interviews lined up for today. And like I said, all the interviews and previews and stuff like that, you're gonna see all the video once we get back to the East Coast. We get everything edited down for you because it's just so much. I mean, even the stuff we got last night, well, that's embargoed for a couple more days. But it's just so much stuff is going on here, folks, at E3. I thought this was the easiest way to get it out to you, to tell you what exactly is going on. And also, if you have any questions, please tell me. I have tons of notes. I took tons of notes yesterday at the conference. If you have any questions, write to me. Let me know what's going on. I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities from what I was able to see and from what I was able to garner as a hands-on. So until hopefully either later tonight or early tomorrow morning again, I'm Ray Carsillo from Los Angeles covering E3. Until next time, folks.